Hey. Well, we are back. It's been a week, and it's been a pretty tumultuous week, especially what's happening on The Flash.
Last week.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I want to say it right off the bat. Welcome to the Flashpoint. This is a Flash After Show here on that hashtag show. You can communicate with us by using the hashtag FlashpointTHS. Look at that. I remember the guys. I'm so proud of you for doing that. My name is Daniel, and to my right is the lovely Bryan.
Hey, guys.
And the uber lovely, also great. Yeah, uber lovely. I love that face. Like the uber lovely Sarah.
Hello.
Uber.
Well, guys, it's, like we said, it's been a big week for stuff. We got a lot of news concerning what's happening with The Flash. Yeah. One thing I just want to focus on immediately, because I've become a new fan of this show. The CW's Rachel Bloom.
Yes, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yes, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. She actually wrote some songs for the Flash Supergirl musical crossover episode. Wow. So it is happening, which is good.
Wow,
it's so good. Also, people from La La Land, actually, some people that wrote some music for La La Land are also right. So CW is not exactly. They are not pulling stops on any of this. This train ride is going straight through. So it's gonna happen. And I'm excited about that.
That's interesting. I'm excited
too.
too.
That's big, dude.
The first time I heard about it a few months back, I was like, wait, what?
Right?
But then I started looking into who's behind it. I was like, they all know what they're up to. Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, Bryan, he can sing Thurp. And Iris, and like, oh yeah.
Like,
so. And Joe?
Do people know that Carlos can sing? Like, Cisco can sing.
Oh yeah.
He's a crooner. Like, he's very sexy. Yeah, well, but yeah, Joe's from Broadway.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I'll cover you, Joe.
Carlos Valdez can sing. There's that video of him doing that song. The one song. What is it? Is it? Would you open your eyes?
Open your eyes.
Right? When you see the light.
Ernie, you just need to like pop in for a second.
Right. Yeah, we can have.
He's like, I did back the vocals on that.
Dude, I did the whole thing. That's all he just comes out like.
And then it's Darren Criss is the. Right, he's the villain. He's
that's
Maestro?
right. Maestro.
Yeah, which I'm super excited about. Darren Criss of the Harry Potter musical fame.
Boom. Which we did get some hints to him also on the episode prior, which is that he sold like the rights of something for like $6 million on the news crawl. So it's kind of cool because it was like, okay, so it's leading up to it. Like we said before, we were always thinking about, well, all those news crawls, are they all pointing towards something? Yeah. And every one of them looks like something's going to happen this season. Mm-hmm. So I'm amped. I'm amped for it. Mm-hmm. I truly
got Jeremy Jordan from Supergirl.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
You can't get enough of that, can you?
I love him.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. I went to a musical here in Los Angeles. He and his wife were in the audience.
Oh.
And we may have gotten a picture. Go to my Instagram. Right. It's on there.
Oh my god.
We were very nervous. It was very awkward. It was so great.
That's cool.
Yeah. He was like, funny. I was over here. He was over there. And so I just had my Snapchat and I did the creeper fan thing and I just like zoomed in.
Oh my god. Okay, well, speaking of meeting people from that universe, I met Grant Gustin once.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Once, and it was at the Sofa.
Did you hug him? Did you
no. Oh, no. I'll tell you what happened. He actually helped me out. But it's one of the greatest moments in Shade ever. I will say that. Okay, so we're at the Sofitel, and it's one of those like parties for like, all this stuff that's happening pre-Comic-Con, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
So I went to get a drink. Now this is something that lately I think always happens to me at the Sofitel. People will say I always end up dropping a drink or something like that. It always happens.
Butterfingers.
So I'm at the Sofitel, and I just get my drink from the bar. I turn around to walk away from the bar, slip and fall. And when I say slip and fall, I mean one of the hardcore life alert slip and fall. like boom, oh yeah. And I couldn't get up. Everyone was just like, you hear the boom, like it was just a spoon, but it was a hard hit. I said, life alert fall. Like if I had it right there, I can't get up. It would have been it for me.
But did you save the drink?
So, no. Sure enough, so I fall. And one of the women that walked back and forth getting drinks for everyone and everything like that, she stops and looks at me. And I'm thinking, looks me dead in the eyes, and I'm thinking, you're going to save me, you're going to pick me up or help me, aren't you? Make this all okay. She looks at me, pulls out her phone, looks at it, looks at me, and then walks away. And I was like, "Are you serious?" But
I bet she was thinking about taking a picture.
Oh no, this is where it gets better. This is where it gets better. Before she actually walked away, and walked away. So I am on the floor. My drink is broken, and I'm just, that's it. And then I hear some guy from the side say, "Oh man, that sucks. It's good nobody saw that." And I'm thinking, who is this dick that's going to say something like that? Turn around, it's Greg Gus. The guy picks me up like a hero, picks me up and says, "You all right, man?" I was like, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, thanks.
I totally forgot this was a Greg Gus story.
Focusing on the whole drink.
And then
You're thinking about the drink, and then he says, "Oh, okay, you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And he's like, "All right, well, great, man. Cool. Have a good night." And just walks away. Good guy.
Whoa,
good guy.
that's great guy.
Made me feel good and said, "Well, I'm glad nobody saw that." I'm like, well, first I was upset, but then I realized nobody did see that. So that's amazing. He saved me. The Flash saved my life.
In IRL.
So, yeah, in IRL. So, I mean, speaking about the Flash saving lives, I think we should just kind of go right into this episode. Yeah. I think that would be kind of helpful, right?
There are personal stories. We should probably, yeah.
Is it
time?
Hi, Jasmine.
Should we jump into the chat room real quick?
Actually, let's go ahead and try to jump into the chat room.
Because that redhead hair is distractingly beautiful.
Thank you, Katie Rose. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Katie. You're sweet. And hi, Jasmine. Hey, Ernie. Jumping in.
That's all you got in there? People just watching? I got a lot of combo going on in YouTube.
Oh, what's going on in YouTube land?
YouTube Blackwing says, "What up?" And
what up, hey, Blackwing?
And we've got Jalen Glover in today.
Oh, hello.
And they really want Iris to sing in the crossover. Does she sing?
Oh, I don't know. Do you guys know if she actually sings? If you guys are asking for it, I mean, I gotta know. Do you guys know?
I mean, because she could be. It could be like the Buffy musical where Allison Flanagan does not sing, and she was like, "Please don't," and she just did like 2 lines and walked away.
That's true.
They were basically speak ones. And Blackwing says I look at Mary Jane Watson right now, and that is the best compliment.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you.
Jezzer, what's up, Jezzer?
Jezzer the man.
Jalen wants to know if we should have Neil Patrick Harris and the Music Meister again.
Actually, recently again.
Took me a while.
On what was it? Neil Patrick Harris was on.
Series of Unfortunate Events.
What's the new show on Netflix right now?
The series of
Unfortunate Events.
Yes, he did sing on that. For a while, so it would be great.
I love Neil Patrick Harris.
He sings the intro
great.
actually.
Me too. It's awesome.
Look away.
Yeah.
I love it. I should be on there actually.
Okay.
Take notes.
Jezzer loved your story. Thought it was awesome.
Thanks. It's embarrassing.
Ryan Ninja Steel says, "Hey, Daniel and Bryan and Sarah look very beautiful today. Thanks. I should wear lipstick.
What's up,
more
Ryan
often,
Ninja
you
Steel?
guys.
Dude, can I get some compliments?
And that
too?
today,
I'll
this
wear-
episode of The Flash
all of
was...
us.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Stop talking over me.
Hello.
And that today's episode of The Flash was really good. Pretty good episode. Yeah. And Joseph Deckelmeyer says that he would be down if Daniel helped me out. So that's hilarious.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Nice. Okay.
So awesome, guys. Keep chatting. Keep joining in the combo as we start rolling along in this after show conversation. Let's actually get into the show.
Oh, actually, we have another message from Katie on Facebook.
Oh goodness.
I have up on Arrow a couple of seasons ago when Arrow rode off into the sunset with his lady. She's such a solid ending in my book. How do you think The Flash compares to Arrow?
I think The Flash is way better than
Okay,
Arrow.
I don't want to upset anyone by saying what I think.
Honestly.
Oh no, you don't. Yeah.
I haven't cared to start the Arrow.
Oh, good choice. I mean, man, that's tough. But
Personal opinion as someone who just could not even finish the first season of Arrow.
Jeez,
it
was. The
Flash,
first season was tough.
The Flash had me from the word go. Like it's the first minute and a half, I was like, yes, I'm in. And then it just kept getting better and better and better and better. And it's fantastic.
Oh man, see, but
it's my new Smallville.
I'll say for me, Arrow first season was droll. It was pulling teeth, trying to get through it. But after the first season, second season starts off with, all right, now we got a background for it, and here goes a lot of action, and we're seeing a lot more. By then, Amel was ready to just go ahead and fight people on the screen, and he had no problem doing as many stunts as possible.
Right.
And that's what made it good. And it was great to see them not have to worry about doing the whole stunt double swap out all the time. He was there. He was dedicated. And oh man, that thing he does. If I could do that, I couldn't because I completely feel inadequate. But he's cool. He's a cool guy, and I would. from there, season 2 starts to pick up. It ramps up, and then 3 is like a bat out of hell. You're just gone. You're on for the ride. 4.
So basically, what you're telling me is to suffer through the first season
and watch
2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't even remember what season 1 now, but now it's just.
Yeah.
I personally thought the season 1 was great for people who knew nothing even about the Flash. They did that. It was really great for just everyone.
Okay.
I got my dad onto it. I was like, hey, we're watching it from episode 1.
For Flash, definitely, but for Arrow, it was just. I don't know, but without Arrow, there wouldn't be Flash.
That's fair.
So I mean,
that's very true.
Thank them for doing it. It was great, it could be better.
And to answer her last question, yes, Katie Rose, there are crossover episodes, so there are Arrow characters that go on to Flash.
Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, Legends,
DC Legends, there's a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then,
go ahead.
What's going on?
I was just saying, what's up, Terrell? He was about to go to bed. He said what's up, hashtag show. He said we're like,
that's why you're not going to stick with us again like last time.
He might.
Oh, no, he's here.
Yeah, you're staying up. See, look at that. Who needs work? Come on. Woo! I love it. Drink some alcohol for us. Trust me. I need some. So let's talk about the episode, right?
Yeah. We'll come back to the chats and the Twitters and all that in a little bit.
We started off pretty strong with the episode.
Pretty much right where it ended.
Oh yeah. We got them doing their whole buddy cop thing right off the bat, and here goes a superpowered team up, and we get Kid Flash and the Flash stopping bad guys. There was a pretty cool moment there where they were pretty much together, and there was a little bit of some kick-assery, I'll say.
Some
kick-assery. They knocked that van right off to the side, but the whole worry was their shooting. What they were shooting and the weapons they were using, and that was like, oh my gosh, we're so worried about that. I know we had but I know it was all part of HR's whole fan fiction.
Yeah, his little dream world of sorts.
But it was on point as well, because while he was giving out that fan fiction, there was actually an issue with these arms dealers, which was just a little bit of a through line of the episode, and how they have these guns and they're getting them from somewhere, and that's where our pirate guy from last episode, Plunderer, I'll just give him the hook and call it a day, like seriously.
Budget Deadshot.
Yeah, but no budget Deadshot. That was it. So we had that, and we found out that HR is doing like his fanfic.
Yeah.
It kind of confirmed. We had hints of that, but confirmed a lot of it.
Seriously.
Him.
Man, I was just like, okay, all right. So I guess that worked out well.
Yeah.
But we found out that gang is called the Electric Gang. Now, they have a little background in DC. It's not too special. They're just a gang, just like a few other ones, kind of like the Royal Flush Gang and blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. So the Electric Gang, they're kind of up on technology. That's their thing. So no big thing, but it was a little bit of an Easter egg. So that was cool.
That's cool.
That was cool.
I was disappointed I didn't see any shuffling or that's all I kept thinking. I was like,
he was like, Electric EDM.
That's a cool squad. Flash is like, I don't know what to do with that feet movement.
So fast, so furious. But from there, we got to a moment where we got to see Kid Flash. And he was there, and with him stopping everything, there was a little bit of fanfare. And with the fanfare, we got to see him go ahead and take his pictures with the cheerleader. I think we actually have a clip of that right now, just to pick up it right now, of him with the cheerleaders. That's pretty interesting, because the thing is with it, my question right there, I was wondering right off the bat, was Barry going to be jealous? Would he have been like, if you were in Barry's shoes, would you? I
was really looking for it, but he was go for it, enjoy it, bro.
I feel like Barry was walking that line. I think part of him felt like he was jealous, and he kind of put himself in check.
Okay.
And I was like, no, you take it. And for me, that's that. He had that whole thought process all the way through to the end. With the conclusion at the end.
That is true. But if you were in his shoes,
I feel like there would be a tinge of jealousy because you were the hero, and now there's another one that's doing, just as well, if not better than you. He's getting faster than you. All these things that you want for yourself. And now you have to share the time in the spotlight.
Yeah. And he had that scuffle last episode. They kind of fought it out.
Yeah, that's true.
And then this one, he's kind of like,
Don't worry, Barry. You're the chosen one.
No, you can't get out of the answer. I need to know. Would you be jealous?
Would I?
You are Barry Allen, so I need to know.
Accurate.
I think it would be similar. I think it would definitely it's natural to be jealous. But it's like when once you're aware of it, it's like, oh wait, my bad. Like,
why am I jealous? This is ridiculous.
I think naturally it could happen, but then at the end of it, like, we're on the same team and stuff each other.
Yeah.
Cool. I would definitely be jealous. Like, I'm jealous of you during the show, so. But I would be jealous because it's kind of like, hey, I'm the Flash. Before him, it was me, and I was here too.
But you know
Give
what?
me some fanfare. I want pictures with cheerleaders.
You know what?
That's just my life.
He's still Kid Flash.
That's true.
See, that's why she'd be like the Iris right there, because she'd come in and settle you down. That's it. You're like, yeah, I was so mad at your brother. He's a dick. He's so stupid. It's okay, baby, because you're the Flash. He's just a kid Flash. Yeah, that's right, baby. I would need that. I would need those moments. It would make me feel good. But moving on, speaking of the relationship between men and women, a woman does show up. And a woman that is hardcore, she is dangerous.
Yeah.
Gypsy.
Gypsy.
And now Gypsy showed up on the last episode. She shows up with a little hologram of Wells, their HR.
At the very end,
and
we're like,
we were all wondering, who is this? Yeah,
maybe his daughter?
Yeah, exactly. But she shows up, and we find out right off the bat that she's a collector.
Bounty hunter.
And that means a bounty hunter. And they, on their planet, have an issue concerning people, like, just kind of
multidimensional travel.
Multidimensional travel.
I was excited to hear about
that. Was pretty
that
cool. It's like saying how essentially back in their planet they had an issue where there was people that literally did interplanetary or interdimensional
they
travel.
said a parallel world invaded their planet and they barely survived it. It almost wiped off the entire planet. So after that, they put a law: no interdimensional travel. It's against the law.
Right.
And then they made collectors, which are basically like the police for multidimensional.
Intergalactic bounty hunters.
Yeah, which is interesting but cool.
So I totally confirmed he was running away from something.
See, and that's the question I have. What would you, being HR, knowing that they have these collectors, that they will come and find you, and they're really good at doing it,
right?
Knowing all this, why would you still say, okay, I'm going to go to this planet, and then broadcast stuff to, like, he's smart. He may be a little stupid in that idea or too caffeinated in that idea.
Yeah, but
why?
He's the idea guy. He's not necessarily the brightest, like, crane in the box.
Okay.
And he keeps saying that he left because he wanted to be better. He wanted to do better. Mm-hmm. But do we believe it? I don't know.
That's what I'm asking.
But
you don't exactly know what he's running from.
But it was something in him enough to risk a bounty hunter coming for him.
See, but that's the thing. I think with that risk that he took, there's more. There's more to HR. There's a whole lot more. And it's something dark.
He basically,
I think so,
faked his death and left.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, It's like that serious.
Yeah, pretty much. And now, definitely, he's faked his death. So there's more.
No, he really
what it is. No, I'm not even joking. I mean, there really is. There has to be more to it, right?
Yeah.
And I wonder.
I don't know.
And that's the thing with it. It's just like, well, okay, there has to be more, and I want to know exactly what it is.
Right.
Like, if you guys even, you know what? I'm gonna ask the question right off the bat. You guys watching right now, do you think there is more to Wells? Do you think there's more to HR? Is he hiding something? Is he trying to not let us know or catch on to what he's doing? Let us know. You can hit us up on Twitter also if you're not watching one of the feeds. Right over there on Twitter, we're using the hashtag FlashpointTHS and kind of get this conversation going. We want to know. We will be checking up within just a bit. So if you guys think there is something, well, let us know.
Absolutely.
And do we have any comments right now before I even go further?
He's going to take a second.
Yeah, because...
Terrell on Facebook was replying to you just saying, yep, I stayed up last time.
Terrell, you are the man. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. All of us do, actually. We really do. Yeah. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a show. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
Like, about this. I'm just like, there's a lot of comments in the chat right now.
Oh, jeez. Hey,
everyone's going crazy. It's awesome.
Let's find out. Let's shout somebody out.
I'm trying to see if there's something on what we were just talking about. Don't let it get that.
Kenneth
quiet.
McCoy.
Yeah.
This is my issue. I was just looking at this.
But you know, it was
Kenneth McCoy. You said right off the bat. I'm looking at this, and you just said that. Arrow is still the first and is getting better. In what ways is it getting better? I mean, right now we were introduced to Artemis and some other people, which that's cool, but the whole Prometheus thing, we've already done that pretty much. It's a dark man with arrows. We've had that already with Malcolm Merlin and blah blah yada yada. So, are we really looking for something that's that good? I'm tired of having the villains that hit so close to home in that way. I want a villain that's just all-encompassing.
Yeah.
Where he's able to just wreak havoc on the city and not have to always know who the Arrow is. I want that. I want one of those moments. But
So
I'm getting that.
I've got a comment on Twitter from EHS06702. Ernie, can you pop that up?
Hey.
This is our Ernie, our Cisco, gonna pop this tweet up for me.
What was the handle again?
EHS06702. Kimberly is her name.
Hey, Kim.
Hey.
It's like, so they went with Gypsy. No name change then? Awkward.
Thank you. Because what is she doing? That's something actually I was going to talk about. Right off the bat, Gypsy, you should have just made a new hero. That's a good point. Wait, so no name change?
No name change. But did you find it?
There it is.
Awesome.
All right, look at that. But
Thanks for the question.
That's a good point, and I agree with that because really there was no name change for that, and her power set is completely different.
Right.
Like all of a sudden now she's a Viber. When I'm trying to make it a thing. I'm making it a thing. I wasn't gonna say a vibrator. So
A vibrator.
she's
Oh my
she's a
God.
Viber. She's a Viber. And with her being a Viber, that's completely different. What does that have to do with having the name Gypsy anymore?
Yeah.
Originally, she was Gypsy because her power set was like completely different. Her primary power was that of illusion casting, which allows her to bend into the background, effectively making her become invisible. And she can actually put an illusion up in front. So
that's really cool.
It allows her to adapt to rapidly changing backgrounds without betraying the illusion that she puts in front of you. And she can actually camouflage her and someone else into the background. So, you see that illusion, blah, blah, blah. Now, in her first appearance back in the 80s, like this is 1984, her first appearance in her first issue, it shows that she did appear to teleport at the end of the issue. So it looks like they just ran with that. But in the New 52, that doesn't happen. She's just Gypsy because she has that power. She just says, gypsies, they trick you. And she wore the clothing and the garb of a gypsy and all that with the.
We don't have a picture of what she looks like in the comic, do we?
It's changed so much, and now the new one, in New 52, she's like in battle armor kind of thing, like leather jacket, kind of
like how she was in the show.
Yeah, but the thing is, still that power wasn't the case. And then I know that she was connected to Cisco in the comic only because, Cisco died. He was part of JLA Detroit. Well, I mean, you're in Detroit, you're gonna die. So what happens? But she was part of JLA Detroit. Shout out to Detroit, 8 Mile. So she ends up trying to rescue and save everyone, and she gets to pull almost everyone out. But unfortunately, Vibe ends up dying at the hands of Dr. Ivo. So that happens in
spawned some new crackpot theories in my mind.
But that happens in the comic, and then
Right.
but they're doing all this weirdness, so I don't even know what's happening. I don't think they should have kept the name.
I mean,
I'm against it.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think since her character was so different on the show versus the comic, should they have completely changed the name, or do you think it's okay, kind of jumping off her leaping at the very end of those comics and being like, well, we're just gonna forget she has these other powers and just give her these? What do you think?
That's a good question. I mean, you guys go on, let us know. Please talk to us because we want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Use the hashtag FlashpointTHS on Twitter, or just hit us up on any of the feeds. You got Facebook, you got YouTube. So let us know. We want to talk back to you. But that's a question I have, and how do you guys feel about it?
I mean, Yeah, I mean it doesn't match, but obviously just the fact that there's a romance now with Cisco and her, I'm a big fan of that. I was just so happy to see that. I thought that was so cool,
dude.
And the way they twisted it, just so they were mirroring each other's powers. Oh, it's basically the same, but you have much to learn, Cisco, all of that. As a plot point and for his character development, I thought that was cool. That's exciting. Oh, yeah. And it could be setting up for a lot of other things because now
but
Cisco's falling for a
But they
bad
could
girl
have
again.
set all of that same stuff up with a whole different name and character. And this isn't the first
true.
time.
You really didn't need the name.
This is not the first time that this show or other superhero shows have brought in a character that are just nothing like their comic book or origins. So I don't understand that. Just make up a fun name.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Just call her whatever. I don't know. And then
Right.
there you go.
Bounty hunter girl.
Yeah. You know?
Maybe there weren't really good names.
Collector some.
yeah.
I don't know.
Just call her the Collector. I mean, they have it in Marvel. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like Agent. Insert number.
Yeah.
Right.
Collector
Use
number.
a thesaurus and look up what she does with her powers and find words that are similar.
Multidimensional Travel Police, MTP agent.
No, you
MTP agent named Carol.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know.
You could have called her vibe. What's another word for vibe? Resonate?
Resin. Shake.
What about vibe backwards? Epiv.
I don't know. Braider. That one's for you.
Got him!
Yes! I'm sorry, that was so good. Let's call her Abiv. That's it.
Abiv.
Like, who is this? This is Abiv. Oh my gosh. And then later, he would have been the only one to figure it out. Wait a minute. Abiv is fine. And then he gets hit or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather than be like, this is an agency. Give me an abbreviation and give her a real name.
Boom. That would have been it. See, I don't.
Rebecca.
So many things, so many reasons, but still.
I know, it's not like she had a superpower too, so she didn't have to have a special name.
See, and the thing is, since she can jump back and forth,
well,
I'm telling you,
that was a special name.
we're gonna see her again.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna see her again.
Are you kidding?
So.
The way she left Cisco hanging, he's gonna think about that for weeks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I was all like squirming and giddy. I was like,
Yeah.
look at her bite her lip and all that.
Oh, she was
signals.
into it.
Their little budding relationship was
man.
good. But speaking of budding, going from budding relationships to a real relationship that's actually there.
Yeah.
Iris and Barry.
Oh.
Like right now, they're dealing with a lot right now because they're all worried about her and trying to make sure that she doesn't die.
On May 23rd, 2017.
See, there you go. And now we brought up something while we were watching it, and the question was, do we really think that ultimately it's still going to be Iris that ends up dying, or who did we think it may actually end up being instead?
I think it's gonna be Wally or Joe.
And why do you think Wally or Joe?
Wally, because they've been setting him up so hard for us to really like him, for him to like have these great powers, and then it's just the perfect way to break our hearts.
Right? Too many good things are going on. Things are going right. It's like,
and we can't sit here with him having just these two speeches for the entire show from now on. They're going to have to find a way to write him off so this way we can continue.
Yeah.
Bring back Jesse Quick.
And he's not an untouchable character for me. The reason I also think it could be Joe is because what character's passing would rock the core of the entire team? And also, what have they been doing with Joe lately?
Oh, we're so tired of him. He had a relationship at a moment earlier. We came back. What happened to that relationship?
Hey, they had
that woman.
Are they still together?
They just forgot about it too. They were like, I don't know. And everybody forgot about it. Poor Joe. No one cares.
They had a pretty funny sexual innuendo.
Like his character is basically wasted, but he's still important enough that if he was to be the one that actually ends up dying, it'll probably it could be him.
Ooh. Now.
Wow, you're converting me. That sounds really convincing.
It's not going to be Iris. It's just not.
That makes sense. If someone's going to be like actually dead and not come back
even
into
if she gets like shanked on the season finale, I'm still not going to believe she's dead.
You're like, nope, it's not happening.
Because
go back in time. Stop it.
Yeah, like something like that's going to happen. He's going to go back. He's going to fuck up the timeline again, and like we're going to come back to the season 4. Right, premiere of season 4, and he's gonna bring her back to life. It's gonna be a Cisco fake out all over again. But when that happened, we all were like, no one like when Cisco died. That was not okay.
Jeez, I'm seeing our comments go and move. I just want to know what do we see?
What's happening in here? Okay, hold on. I thought I saw someone. Was there chat in here about theories? Joseph, you've been hanging out in the chat room.
There's a ton of them about theories.
I'm swooping through.
Ooh,
Gypsy's hot, yeah.
See, that's,
we know.
But with those theories that are going on, it's just I'm stopping to think. Well, okay, Joe is a good option, but like we said, they're building up Wally so much. It would be it would be a good writer's idea.
Jezzer has a theory. She thinks he thinks Joe dies. I see you. Caitlin becomes Killer Frost, and Wally does something that gets his dad killed.
Well, I'll agree with that because Wally is kind of a fuck up.
Joe, or Joe dies, Caitlin betrays, and Wally suffers something worse than death. Yeah, so that's how that would work out.
Ooh, suffer something worse than death, like getting lost in the Speed Force?
That is the phrase that keeps going through, suffering worse than death.
Yeah.
So,
and he took everything from me, Barry.
And he thinks that Joe's going to sacrifice himself or get killed accidentally.
I'm down with Joe's death. I'm down with Wally getting lost in the Speed Force. And as far as Iris, just having to live with the fact that her dad's dead and it's because of her stupid brother and he's lost too. That sounds good to me. Man, that's a good one.
Yep.
Ooh, man. The ramifications, think about that. Okay, so
that's why it could totally be Joe, but then at this point, if we figured it out this easily, then it probably won't be.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I mean,
we are pretty smart.
We'll see.
We are pretty smart. I mean, come on.
Now with Gypsy,
I'm saying the Flashpoint Army is a good one, and I'm thinking you guys know your stuff, and I'm not against it. I'm down with Jezzer's theory right now. You have a great theory, and I'm down with it.
He and I are on the same page.
No, that's true. That's true. So I like that right now.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad.
The Joe
I could see more.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now we're gonna vote for going with the Joe theory.
And I'll put out a Twitter poll too. I'm gonna put out there if they think it's gonna be Iris, Wally, or Joe.
Ooh, yeah.
See what the Twitterverse thinks.
Okay, all right.
Michael Sinclair is clarifying on Facebook that DC shows can't cross over with Gotham because of the timeline difference. Gotham is pre-run. That's right, Michael.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Gotham is on Fox, and then that's a different production company. It's not truly Warner Brothers.
I mean, the one that could is the
Warner
Flash.
Brothers stamp on it. Yeah. That's true. So, yeah, we won't ever see Gotham run into this, and they probably will make their own Gotham when it comes down to it, so who cares? I mean, whatever. But
maybe.
Moving back into the episode itself. So we ran into Gypsy. We saw all that happen with her using her powers and everything like that.
Which was super cool. She was badass.
I
loved having such a strong female character.
It was cool to see. It was, do we have a picture of her using her powers? Because that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, I love to see the fact that it was like she was giving back, and like you said, a strong female character in that way, knowing her powers much more than Cisco. Cisco's still like, really cool. I don't get it. How does this work? And she's like, look, I'm gonna jump through here, kick you over here, jump over there. Do this,
look at all the cool things that your powers can do when you figure it out.
So that made him cool.
Here comes a photo.
Dude. Look at that.
I have a question for you guys, and it's just kind of a little nitpick or whatever, but you know how she was using her vibe powers to push? At first I didn't notice it till later on when they were doing it together, like two Hadokens going at each other. And hers was red and his was blue.
Yeah. Right.
So at first I thought, well, red, maybe she knows another trick that he doesn't know yet, but then it wasn't. They're just doing that. So you think that's just...
I think it was just a way to
differentiate who's is who.
Oh, yeah.
Different frequencies.
Yeah, she did say, she said they vibe close to related frequencies, but...
in past episodes, they were talking about the Earth's frequencies are different too, when they were vibing and stuff. Yeah.
So that's how it's like, so that's the separation. But why is it that other Earths are better than ours? Why is it that they have all these...
Yeah, they all said ours was primitive and
old. They're the ones that are like, we have this and everything's so futuristic, and we had other people...
They're calling us savages.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Think about it. When people came to take over a planet, they looked at our Earth and were like, there's nothing there. Let's go over to this one.
I mean, I guess if Wells was broadcasting through multi-dimensions, I guess that's pretty... high tech compared to what we're broadcasting.
Sorry. It's okay. However, Supergirl's Earth makes me feel better because I feel like they're on the same plane.
True. Very true.
We're not the only low-key, low-tech, kind of shitty Earth.
Supergirl has a lot of dope aliens, though.
They do have. They've got an alien problem.
Yeah,
that's
they do.
The thing.
They do. Trump would hate them, so that's. I don't like it. But speaking of HR and all the cool things he does at one moment mention trial by combat, and I've got to ask that question: did HR intentionally drop that? It's like, you know.
I caught that.
Yeah.
He was like, well, there's nothing I can do unless you tribal combat.
Yeah. I was like, oh. It was like,
yeah.
He kind of just murmured it away, knowing that these two would jump at it. Oh, well, we're heroes. We'll do it. Like, he knew.
I was wondering if they're going to jump on it or not, or if they even caught that. And then they
No,
did. They're all like,
they
oh, look at it. I was like, oh.
And the thing is that goes
and he
back
stepped
to
back
my
like,
whole, see, and so that is Wells manipulating them, and that's like I said before, maybe there is something darker about Wells.
He is a bad Wells after all.
But then again, if you guys were in that situation, would you guys mention the trial by combat, or would you just go?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a super manipulative person.
So you'd be okay with just dying? Because that's what's going to happen.
Well, he's going to jail.
No, they said it's your life.
Oh, you're donezo?
Yeah.
I mean,
I missed that.
I would bring it up, but not like that. It's like we're talking about all the options, and then this
what
is
are
the
the
rules, and
options?
this, and this, but not like
he's like, I could hide, I could, I could fight her, I could go, I could, like if there's trial by combat option, but that's ridiculous,
so I can't really
fight.
still
Trial by combat, but
well, they were
that's ridiculous because I don't have powers.
They were gonna defend him regardless, so.
I would have just been like, yo, guys, there's trial by combat, and one of you guys can fight for me. Barry? It was just like, Cisco's right there. So, one of you guys can fight for me. Barry? That would be right off the bat. I'm going to go for Barry more than I'm going to go for anyone else.
Yeah.
Because, literally, that's who's going to save it.
Yeah.
But still, it was cool seeing Cisco
to talk to Gypsy.
learn to step up. Yeah, dude, he was, you know what? I don't know what's going on here, but there's a coffee shop down the street. And
I loved it.
I love it so much.
Cisco's negotiation skills were like on point. I would have been like, oh, he's adorable.
Good.
I'll say yes.
Oh,
I totally would have said yes. It was so precious.
While you're sitting there ready to hurt someone, he's like, oh, blah, blah, we can have coffee. I haven't had coffee in a while. Let's go. It's outlawed in my country or my world or whatever right now. Let's go. I'll come back for you, but let's have coffee. You would have done that?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
It's the effort. Maybe not the first time, but like the next one, next time he did it, then I'd be like, oh, this guy's got a lot of effort. That's adorable.
Oh, so you think it's possible? Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
She was obviously into it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
They were like... Oh, yeah. I can see it.
Oh, that was so cute. I love, she did so great with these subtle expressions on her face and mouth and all that. It got me gooey. I was like, ooh,
hello. Yes, whatever you
so
say.
Happy to see Cisco.
She was cute. But
you guys think? Well, she'll definitely be back. Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding?
She better come back.
She's coming back.
She'll probably actually show up for.
What just happened in your brain?
She shows up for the when they're worried about the whole death thing. They're going to try to get as much help as possible to stop Salazar, or whatever his name is. So they may actually end up getting her somehow and pushing him into another world or something like that, because he says, you trapped me.
Yeah.
So she shows up, opens up a portal, he pushes him in, and he's trapped somewhere.
Yeah.
That could be what happens. Just saying, guys, it's a possibility. But speaking of possibilities, we have to talk about Iris and Wally kind of teaming up and doing their Parent Trap-esque hijinks, stealing paperwork and going ahead and trying
making Joe think she was pregnant.
Oh man, that was uncomfortable.
I thought Joe was gonna have a heart attack. Yeah. Like, you see that he was about to have a stroke.
I was about to have a
stroke. He was like, hold on, wait a minute.
But then they're grown adults. They live together. He loves both of them. Why is he so upset about them having a baby?
Because he made a mistake and he realized that, oh my God, I'm pairing up my kids together. Like, seriously, I've become some weird like kind of story that you tell people. Like, oh God, you know what happened to the West kids, right? What, they married each other? Oh my God, like that's the issue.
That's what I exactly thought. Because Joe's like, they know so much about everything going on already. Yeah. It's like, if she needs to talk serious, this is gonna be like serious.
It's the worst thing ever for him. Yeah. But from there, I gotta ask the question now. All this that Iris does, she gets to the arms dealer, and when she gets to the arms dealer, she walks right up to the guy's barrel of the gun and says, well, I don't feel it's my time. The thing I want to know, and I want to know from you guys, do you guys think that her death is a fixed point in time, or can she end up changing her death date? Because the thing is, what I feel is the fixed thing in time right now is just the fact that Iris is going to die, and it's going to be before just natural death. It's going to be someone kills Iris.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter exactly who or how, just Iris will be killed, I think is more the thing. And with that, her death date doesn't really matter, because if she tries to get too reckless, she'll die, and then it's like, oh my god, and everything's horrible now because Iris is dead. But that can happen if Iris is too reckless. Like, so is her death date something that we need to really worry about? Is her death date a fixed point in time? How do you guys feel about that?
Well, it did change. Because it used to be written by Iris West when the Flash was missing.
True.
So Flashpoint did mess things up.
True. So the question is still, it's like, is her death date that May, when is it?
23rd, 2017.
Is that a fixed date in time, or for her death, or is it just the death that's the thing that's going to happen?
I think a death. I think that date and something catastrophic happening on that date is a fixed point in time.
Sure. Yeah.
And now and the way things are playing out, we don't know if it's actually going to be, if it even is Iris.
Yeah.
And
they're not going back and forth to check.
With you and Jezer's theory, could just be Joe, and then Wally's lost in the time stream.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is getting even bigger. So, okay, here it goes. He's going to go ahead and kill Iris. Mm-hmm. They have a plan set up where Gypsy opens up a portal or something like that, or they crack open a bit of the time, the Speed Force. Maybe that could be the case. So, Wally runs up to go ahead and save her. He moves Iris out the way and pushes Savitar into the Speed Force. But when pushing him in, Savitar grabs Wally and pulls him in with him. So now Wally is lost forever, along with Savitar, and somehow Joe got killed. Yeah, I don't know. Joe, hey guys, oh my god, I'm dead. You know, so Joe dies, and Wally and Savitar are now lost in the Speed Force.
I almost think it could be more complicated still, because even in this episode, it branched up a whole new bag of worms of ideas and things, with Gypsy being there now, and then with HR's history being sketched, and we don't know what that big question could be that changes things.
Okay.
I almost think that we could see them think they fix it, like at the finale, and they're like, oh shit, we messed up, it didn't really work, and then they had to go back again or do it something with Gypsy, and then Gypsy ends up sacrificing herself, and then maybe we get two Savitars. I don't know. I think it's gonna be something weird like that, because we had that thing where we think Savitar could be Vibe in the future, possibly. Sure. They could be messing with us.
I mean, they did have the same blue light.
And we know Vibe said you took everything from me. Mm-hmm. Cisco's finally may have a love interest again, so that could help confirm some of that. Oh God,
what if he kills Gypsy? I can't.
I
can't go down that Reddit rabbit hole. Like
right now, just before we go to that rabbit hole, it is a rabbit hole that I think people want to go down. What do we have in the comments? In either or.
Go for it.
Because there has to be a rabbit
hole.
Over on
Facebook, they're still talking about Gotham and Flash.
Okay, let's stop for a second.
So possibly Michael Sinclair is saying, if they were ever going to be a crossover, it would have to be in Gotham season 7 or 8 or much further.
Oh yeah,
once they've grown up a bit.
When Bruce has finally grown up a little bit, that makes sense.
Yeah, because at this point Barry's probably just being born, in Gotham.
In their paradigm,
in that world, in that timeline.
So. That makes sense.
That's about it.
Tom Craven says that someone's going to die on that day because death needs to be satisfied.
Ooh.
Was it Tom Craven?
Yes.
Tom, you are just a bleak man, and I love it.
But I love the way you said
I love it.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah, death is waiting there. Give me my 2 cents.
They cannot keep building up this death day and not have something happen. There has to be payoff.
I love that we call it Death Day. I love it. That was so much.
And Jalen Glover says, "What if Wally saves Iris and then Barry ends up being the one who gets stabbed?" Question mark.
Ooh.
Question mark.
Wait. Whoa. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
And then Tom Craven again says they're going to make a completely new Flashpoint by the end of the season.
We're going to have to do it again.
We're going to have that moment where finally it's like Barry's like, fuck it.
Right, I'll just keep messing everything up. It's fine.
Like right after she gets stabbed, he's like, no. Cisco, thanks, man. He just goes right through. That's going to be it. And I'll fix it again. But it's going to ruin it.
I just remembered one part of the show. I don't know if you guys caught it in terms of what the quest list they came up with last time about the news headline reels and then the things that they need to change. Like they're gonna change one thing at a time to see hopefully if something worked. And another thing on that list was the fact that H.R. Wells was there again. Yeah. And I remember at the point they finally saved him and everything, and then there was that moment where Barry and clicked. They're like, "Oh wait."
No bats in the cave. You're okay.
Yeah, and then it felt like at that point Barry realized, "Oh wait, we didn't change that thing. That's still gonna happen. So that's one less thing." I don't know if you guys caught that, but there's a moment where they kind of realized, like, "Oh, he's saved. Everything's good," and then. And I don't remember what it was, but they said something in Barry, and then I don't know if it was Iris, and they were like, "Oh wait, but that was one less thing we didn't change from the future."
Right.
That's true.
To prevent the death.
That's true.
But he also, the whole theory though that Wells gave with the dominoes was you didn't have to change everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With choice of
you had to pick specific things. Mm-hmm. But how do you know what those specific things are?
That's the thing. So because of that, it's like, well, just sweep over and try to do as much as possible.
Right.
Hopefully we'll hit those specific
But if you do all of them, you may still end up in the same spot.
Yeah.
That's a point. I mean, that
could be why it happens. It's because of it.
Time travel, there's so much. Like, what do you do? And speaking of, travel that's less to deal with time and just travel itself as far as spaces, Cisco and Gypsy, during their fight, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Pretty cool. There were a few places they went to.
Yeah.
And there were Easter eggs, and I don't know if everybody saw it. Can we cue them up? All right, we'll go ahead and cue them up. Now, one of them was, they were in Supergirl's world.
Yeah.
And we saw that when we saw the Catco building on the outside, and you saw the big building. Boom, there goes the Catco.
Jimmy Olsen is going to be really confused about what happened in his
office. Like, what's going on there? And then after that, they open up and they fall right on what looks like a volcano top. And a lot of people are just like, well, what was that and what was in the background? When they looked in the background of the volcano top, actually you'll realize they were on Apocalypse. Mm-hmm. So that is Darkseid's world. Darkseid is.
I don't know what this is. When you say Apocalypse, I think of X-Men.
X-Men, no, I get it.
So I don't know what you're saying.
Now,
so I need you to explain.
Now, see, Apocalypse is a world where there's a despot that rules it, and his name is Darkseid. Darkseid is kind of like the nega life force. He worships death, essentially. That's what he looks forward to. That's what he wants to do, and that's what he needs to have done. He is very, very powerful. He can take on Superman and probably go to a standstill if he really wanted to.
Interesting.
And he has this thing called the Omega Beam, which everyone knows of, where he'll shoot it out, and if it hits you, you're gone. Either it's teleporting you somewhere or you're dead.
Oh, shit.
One of the two.
Okay.
He's dangerous. Like, his face is stone. His skin is stone, and he's huge. It's just Darkseid is like the all evil.
Interesting.
When it comes to DC, and I think you'll actually start to see him in like Justice League stuff for the films coming up.
Oh.
It's going to be leading to it because we had a hint of it in the Batman v Superman. Yeah. Did you see that movie? Did you see it? Oh, darn. There was a moment on Batman v Superman where
I had
Superman
desire to see that movie.
They had his minions in that.
Yeah, they had his little minions, the parademons, and they're flying through on a scene where Batman has like a kind of a dream, but it's a dream with a vision of the future, really. And it's where he has to pretty much stop Superman, and while he's looking to stop Superman, he's like kind of smuggling this thing, and he's like, "You got the rock in there," it's you're thinking, "Oh man, you know what it is? You got the rock." Yeah, you've got the rock. Where is it? I need the rock. So when they open it up, it's he's expecting to see kryptonite, but it's not, and he's been fooled. And then the parademons come by and start fighting, and you're like, whoa, everything is changed in this film. What is happening? And you start to realize, okay, this is like a dream sequence, but also in it, we see when they pull out even farther. It's talking about the sneeze.
I have to sneeze. No, I got it. I squeezed it away. We're good. Continue.
Good job.
Sorry.
You're getting an aneurysm with those kind of things. Like, you remember, like people do that when they have those half sneezes where they're like, and then
you're like, it hurts your brain. Yeah.
You're just gonna fall over. I
made it.
And like, what happened to Sarah? It was a sneeze, baby. It was a sneeze.
I went the way of her nest.
Yeah, exactly. What happened to her? She went the way she wanted to.
Do you think this is a character that's foreshadowing a new villain maybe for next season?
I don't know if they're ever going to have us run into Apocalypse, which would be cool if they did. I mean, I would like to see him and what they're gonna do as far as
be another fun crossover thing with all the
all
shows.
of them,
Hopefully,
yeah,
a better crossover
Tomorrow,
thing.
Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, and Flash, and maybe Arrow's not gonna be there because I heard next season this is his last season. Thank God. And so, you know, we don't want to see Oliver try to, oh, no problem. I'll end up fighting Dark. Oh my God, they broke his neck. And then it'll be like, it's a shame what happened to that Oliver, you know, like he died. That would be it. So we don't need that. But last but not least, moving on.
There was one more world. There was one more world. The very first one they went to.
What was
and I was
that?
wondering, if that was Earth 19 possibly, like their original. Because it looked kind of futuristic, but kind of diesel punky.
It did. It looked steampunkish.
Like,
so do you have a picture of that, Ernie?
There it is. True. Yeah, there was like on the top of the rooftop, and it was kind of, but it was very brief. I was like, oh wait, is she gonna like? I was waiting for her to be like, this is my crib. But,
yeah.
But then they just went back to Supergirl, and I was like, oh okay.
You're like, oh okay, well, I guess.
I wanted to like pause that and look and see if there were any.
But that's true. That was true. It was very steampunkish and everything. It had to be their world.
That'd be funny if there was something like Wells built tower. You're like, oh.
Ooh, there probably was. Probably like
illegal implants. That's why. Random black market.
It was cool. It was cool. Yeah. But also one thing that I loved, just before we're wrapping it all up, was we got to see the vibe between the Vibers.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And with that, we got the last moment, which was that near kiss.
It was the best moment.
See, I don't get that. Women, you guys love that. Guys, I look at it and I see cock tease. That's what I think. That's not okay.
Ernie's gonna pop it up. Ernie's gonna pop it up.
Boom.
I know it was like it was so bittersweet. I was like, and I was like, no.
I loved it because I was like, that fool's gonna think about that 4 weeks.
Yeah, right. I was like, wow, no, that's the ultimate like cliffhanger. He's definitely calling back.
That's not okay.
It's 100% okay.
He'll vibe her back.
If you like her and she likes you,
she's super
you guys both like each other.
But she can't just give him what he wants right away because then he's not gonna give a shit later.
If it's one kiss, oh man, now he's gonna want so much more.
It was way better the way she did it. No, it was so much better the way that she did it.
I hope some other girl comes along.
Although you usually win by default, but
no, she's right. But I hope some other woman comes along and actually gives him a real kiss, and he's like, I'm gonna go with that because I don't know when I'm gonna see that one.
That was awesome.
It'll linger. It'll just linger in the back of his head. He'll be thinking about her forever. I'm not as cool as she is. I could never do that, but
she's cool.
She's pretty badass.
That would have worked on me. I would have been like,
please don't leave.
Yeah, please don't leave. Bang,
bang. I'm just yelling for the whole time.
We'll just get the Fire and Ice Guy's sister to come back and.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that could work. That could work. And then we had our button scene that let us know right off the bat.
Captain Cole.
Captain.
I'm just gonna speak like this the rest of the show.
I hate that. So, but with that, we did have our button scene where we got to see them figure something out, which was, hey, Wally can actually become faster than me in a shorter amount of time. We'll just push Wally and have Wally save his sister.
Right.
Which also means, hey, Wally, you may get stabbed, but we don't know.
Hey, Wally, you're going to kill your daddy.
Yeah, I'm going to put you in the fray. I'm going to let you, hey, you want to be a hero? Oh, those cheerleaders, huh? Yeah, you like the pictures? Go over there.
See, that's why I really... it's like building up to like the ultimate hero sacrifice. Like, don't worry, guys, I got it. With a smile.
With a smile as he dies. Exactly.
Everyone.
Yeah.
It's alright. Pull me from another dimension.
And he fades off and dies.
When do you think they're going to finally tell Joe, or that Joe's going to walk in on a conversation he's never supposed to hear?
They almost told him.
How long are we going to go before Joe finds out what's going on?
I think close to the season finale, it's going to be like, wait, so what's the plan?
It'll be like that day, and then that'll be when he chooses to sacrifice his life for his daughter.
Exactly. What's the plan again? And then he's like, okay, that's a good plan. That he's going to try to run up at the last minute and then get killed. That could be it. But it makes sense that they are going to choose Wally to do it because Wally, as we know, is able to ramp up or level up quicker than the Flash at this moment.
He started off at a higher level.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Level up sounds good.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Before we end everything, because now I think we've covered the show, do we have anything left in comments?
Oh, let's see. Let me see. Oh man, I hate when I accidentally do that.
I just lost Facebook. Didn't even notice my phone battery.
hold on. Oh, there we go. I had to get it to go down. Is nothing on the Book of the Face?
The Book of the Face. He's checking that out right now.
Let me see. There was where is that? No, we covered all that. Oh, there was a tweet that I saw because I think of that like tornado thing. It's from, her name is Iris West Allen, but her handle is for Life OFS.
Yeah.
And Ernie will pull that up in a second. Here we go. Says Bart is coming soon. I can feel it.
Bart. Oh, see, okay, so Bart, breaking that down. Bart is the grandson of Iris and what is it? Is it Wally? I mean Barry and Iris. Ugh, not Wally. Barry and Iris. He's the grandson. A lot of us know him as Impulse. So that would be pretty cool.
Grandson of Barry and Iris.
The grandson.
Oh, and Iris.
Yeah.
Not their
not their son, but their grandson. And he's Impulse. And
I didn't realize Impulse.
like if you guys ever saw Young Justice, Impulse was on it, and it was the episode where it was all speedsters, and they had the speedsters speak, where they were like, oh my god, and they were speaking so fast, and everybody was like, oh my god, how'd that work? And it's just speedsters speak. But that's pretty much it right there. That's who I would like to see, because everybody did say when they saw that scene at the very beginning, they're like, Tornado Twins, is that a hint to that? And if it is, I would love it. I would definitely love it. That would be so cool, because it becomes where it's him and Barry, and they do this thing, and Tornado Twins. Right. So that would be cool. That would be great. I got here in comments, let me see, Michael Sinclair. Yes, I do. That could happen, but it would have to be a new show. He's talking about the whole Gotham and Gotham and
that. A whole new thing.
It would have to be a whole new show. It's pre-Batman, so it would mess things up. Yeah, that's true. If it was like if they tried to even bring them together, it would screw everything up. What they already have there, they would have to jump into the future, so this way Batman could be part of it. And then after that, people would be clamoring, saying, "Well, can we finally have our Batman show?"
They would have to have a Flashpoint within there too.
That would be so much.
I've got a fun thought from Jalen Glover. It says, and maybe Wally ends up making his own Flashpoint, where he becomes the next Flash in the future.
Oh, maybe he gets so desperate to save his sister, he makes the mistake Barry did.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because it's not like Barry went around teaching people, hey, don't do this about having the Speed Force.
That's a really good thought.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. That's a good theory. I like that. I like that, Jalen Glover.
And Terrell, once again, breaks it down and gives me kudos. Thank you. I appreciate that. Says, thanks for breaking down the dark side knowledge as well. He says, Batman's dream was basically the Injustice scenario where Lois died and Superman turned renegade. That's what happens in it. And Superman blames Batman for it and says, it's your fault that she died. So because of that, he comes and he wants to just end him. But yeah, that was pretty much it. People go into that. They start saying how, of course, Doomsday maybe not the best idea. But that's we're gonna go deep into the movie. We're falling into a K-hole of that, and we can't do that right now. Yeah. So trust me, that would be bad. But do we have any?
Yeah, Tom Craven says no. That moment was awesome because they were on the same wavelength.
Ooh, I like it.
That's my dance for that. So I think that's great. And Ryan Ninja Steel Thomas says, #Sarah is bae. Thank you.
Ooh. Well, guys, I want to know, what did you guys think of the episode as a whole? Did you like the episode?
I got one of those too.
Did you not like the episode? Just give us a little, how did you guys feel about it? Hit us up in the comments. Make sure to keep the conversation going right on Twitter with using the hashtag FlashpointTHS. This way we'll be able to communicate with you, and even if the show's over, we'll still be talking to you online. So go ahead and let us know what you guys think of the episode.
And don't forget to follow us.
Yes.
Exactly.
Follow us.
If you're on already. I liked it. That's why I'm such a fan of The Flash. Like every time I think any other typical show, particularly syndicated show, like it would have ended by now. But it's like nope, we're gonna do more. And to me, it was satisfying. You know, it topped off from where it was, or it started off from where it was last week, and then we learned more about Earth 19 and H.R. Wells. And Gypsy and Cisco, I love it. Great episode.
This episode was fantastic. I thought it felt kind of like a season 1 episode in a way, where it really followed the certain storyline. Yeah. It wasn't like Criminal of the Week. You know, I just really liked it, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I feel like we're not going to get any filler episodes. They're just going to go full force to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I'm right about that.
With what you guys just said, I have nothing to say about it. Like, literally, you guys just fill in so much. Like, I feel the exact same way. It was a good episode. Yeah. It was great. All the points you point out, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
I especially appreciate it. Like, just anytime an episode makes me have question where things are going, then it was a good episode.
Yeah.
Like, all right, and it happened like 3 times in this episode. Like, wait, it could be this. Oh, wait, no, it could be this.
You know, when we do this show and we actually have a lot to talk about, and we're not like going, where am I going now? You know, it's a really good episode.
That's true. That's true. That's true. We didn't have any of those where it's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I have no comments about how they thought about the episode was, at least on Facebook Live right now. Do we have any?
Yeah, I've got one. Where'd it go? I gotta find it. Oh gosh, it was from Bryan Ninja Steel. He says, "I give this episode 5 out of 6. Love the episode. Good fight scene, and nice to see Wally help Barry."
Boom. I mean, it sums it up. It sums it up great. And I'm thinking with that, let's end on that high note.
Yeah.
And let's pretty much say goodbye to everyone. Remember, you guys can follow us right here on that hashtag show. And you can still tweet us at FlashpointTHS.
Nailed it.
And use the hashtag FlashpointTHS. We'll keep that conversation going throughout the week. If you guys just like, I'm having withdrawal, I need to talk about the Flash. Trust me,
we will talk about the
respond
Flash
right back
with
to you.
you.
We would love to talk about the Flash. Well, my name is Daniel, and you can always find me at TheRealJ_Rome on every bit of social media. Next to me, of course, Bryan.
Hey.
Where can everyone find you on social media?
I'm Bryan McKinney, and you can find me as BGenso on most of my social media, BGNSO, and Bryan_McKinney on Twitter.
And did you just make your own Facebook page?
Oh yeah, I got a Facebook page. Yeah, so if you're following these 2 people like you should be, you can find me tagged on there as well. You can search BGenso.
So proud of you. You're like a grown-up now.
Yay. See, look at that. I love it.
And I'm Sarah, and you can find me at Roguetastic on all my social media. It's the way to find me.
There we go. Perfect. And of course, like we said, you can find us all together at FlashpointTHS right here on that hashtag show. And also make sure to tune in to all the shows that we have here on that hashtag show, because we love to subscribe to us here on this channel, so you can find out about everything trending in geek pop culture, not just the Flash, but everything else. We cover Power Rangers, we cover Marvel, DC, anime, video games. We do unboxings. There's so much happening here at that hashtag show. So subscribe, so this way you guys can make sure you're here with us at every step. And with that, I want to say, well, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.